Hey Bullets YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Before I begin with the Gearison family tree video, I would like to thank James Gearison himself for helping me make this video. Now, onto the video describing his family tree. This is the Gearison family tree, which has multiple cars that have been involved in the Piston Cup, and also has quite a few generations. So, let's see who the first notable member of the family tree is. That car is Junie LeBumper, who married into the Gearison family by marrying Mick Gearison, but she's notable as she was the first female Piston Cup official from 1951 to 1970. She was a Piston Cup official, which means that she was a Piston Cup official during the best years of the Hudson Hornet, all the way until the Kingstrip Weathers rookie year. That's a long time to be a Piston Cup official. And as she was an official so long ago, neither I or James Gearison could find an image of her. But unfortunately, Junie LeBumper is no longer with us, as she died on November 13th, 2018, at the age of 99. May she rest in peace. Now onto her son, Johnny Gearison, who was born on March 3rd, 1940, and he was a second division racer from 1967 until 1977, where he got 11 wins, 28 top 5s, 40 top 10s, and also started at pole position 5 times, including once in 1973, where at the final race at Thomasville, he would set the record for fastest qualifying time at the track. And then the next race after that, he would start at pole position again! And he would almost win the 1975 Second Division Championship, where he had the points lead before the final race. In 1978, Johnny Gearison would move up to the Piston Cup. Although he didn't qualify for every race, he finished in the top 40 in points. Although he didn't qualify for the 1979 Florida 500, he did qualify for 22 other races in the 1979 Piston Cup season. He would go on to retire after 2 years in the Piston Cup. Before someone says, he was a bad Piston Cup racer, don't forget he was up against some of the greatest Piston Cup racers of all time. Now on to his daughter, Summer Gearison, who failed to race in any Piston Cup division despite being built like a stock car. And all James could say is that she's kind of short-tempered. Now, on to her husband, A.J. Gearison. There's not much notable facts about him either, other than the fact that he's James Gearison's father. And AJ stands for Andre Joe. But who is AJ and Summer Gearison's son? That son is James Gearison, who helped me make this video. He was born on November 17th, 1987. Although he was mediocre in the lower divisions, he moved up to the Piston Cup in 2011. By 2014, James Gearison was consistently competing for the top 20 in Piston Cup point standings. And in 2015, he qualified for all 36 races of the season, and also has 2 Piston Cup wins. None of his other relatives were able to win a race in the Piston Cup, let alone 2 of them, 2 by and large 500s in a row, and also has many top 5s and many top 10s, as well as started at pole position twice. His grandfather, Johnny, only led 200 laps in the Piston Cup, but James Gearison has led at least 1,000 laps in the Piston Cup. And also, James Gearison is still racing. Right now, he's getting ready for the 2025 Piston Cup season. And also, don't forget that the images in this video were provided by James Gearison himself. Once again, let's give a round of applause to James Gearison for helping me make this video by providing the images and most of the information. James also has an older sister, Diana Gearison, who despite being the older sibling, has not been as successful as her younger brother. But she raced in Karka from 2009 until 2016, where she won 5 races in the 2010 season, 2 in 2012, and 2 more in 2013. She got 9 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and no poles when she was racing in Karka. She did try racing in the 4th division, but was unsuccessful. Now, let's move to the other side of the family tree. This is the other side of the Gearison family tree, where there aren't many notable cars, despite the fact that Maximus Gearison, Abigail Thierry, and the car I'm going to talk about next, Casey Gearison, have images. Casey Gearison is the only notable car on this side of the family tree. But Casey Gearison seems to have tried doing absolutely everything in the Piston Cup that he could. In the early 1980s, he tried being a Piston Cup racer, but he was not good enough. So then went into RSN to be a reporter. And he was the car that interviewed Chick Hicks when he won the 1990 Florida 500. That would not make his distant relative James very happy, as James Gearison took back my headphones from the mean green car and also wrecked him several times. After Casey got bored of reporting, he decided to become a Piston Cup official. And when he became an official, he was no longer being nice to the mean green car, as after what he did to the King in the 2005 tiebreaker race at Los Angeles, he advocated for Chick Hicks to be banned from the Piston Cup. And during the later parts of the 2000s, he would continue advocating to have the two Hicks brothers, Chick and John, as well as Kyle Traxon, to all be banned. And was also one of the few cars that thought that Joey Logierno should be suspended for all the cars that he was wrecking. Despite these efforts, Casey Gearison doesn't get enough respect. And by including him in this video, he's now getting the recognition that he deserves. He is still serving as a Piston Cup official up to this day and is getting ready for the 2025 Piston Cup season. And once again, I would like to thank James Gearison for helping me assemble this video by providing the images and most of the information for the Gearison family tree. After all, it is his family tree, and would want to make sure that all Piston Cup fans know about him and the other cars in his family that had something to do with the Piston Cup. Now, let's give another round of applause to James Gearison for helping with today's video.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
Once again, thank you to James Gearison for helping me assemble this video. Like most of the videos I've made so far during the Advent calendar, this was a requested video. Same with the Axler family tree, the other family tree video that I've made so far this year. The family tree videos that exist on this channel are the Shiftroid, Weathers, Earnhardt, Wheelhouse, and K-Kart family trees, as well as the two that have been made this month. Please check out those videos if you haven't already. You'll learn a lot about great Piston Cup racing families. As for the 14th race of the 2016 Piston Cup season, I am still in the middle of rebuilding that video. It will be coming out soon enough. Unfortunately, the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine is still going on. The Ukrainian people just wanted to live in peace and have freedom. But this common dream was ruined by the tyrant and bully, Vladimir Putin, who began this senseless war over 1,000 days ago. Around 1/5 of Ukraine's territory is illegally occupied by Vladimir Putin's tyranny. That land includes Crimea, the Donbass, and parts of the Kharkiv, Zaporizhia, and Kherson oblasts. But, despite this, not everything is going Vladimir Putin's way, as Ukraine controls parts of Russia's Kursk Oblast, and also, Vladimir Putin's other goals in other countries are also not going his way right now. But, despite this, every day it gets harder for Ukraine to win the war because of dwindling supplies. We here at the K.A. Bullets Piston Cup YouTube channel stand with Ukraine in their struggle against Vladimir Putin's tyranny. Slava Ukraini! Heroyam slava! Nechai Shvitsya Daroretsia! Ukraini Permoha! Glory to Ukraine! Glory to the heroes! May Ukraine be granted victory very soon.